Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. What's going on? It's the Black Mirror. We're going to do the rant today, so buckle in, baby. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Boom. Hey, my volume's down. Let me fix this up. There we go. Hello. Welcome to the show. Sorry, my volume was a bit low at the start there because I went on the amazing Summer Fun Fest yesterday to host, and I reckon my volume got turned down by somebody. And when you turn down the volume in StreamYard, it actually turns down the volume in your settings, in your computer. It has total power. It's like the ring that controls all things. So anyway, we've got our volume back up to normal now. Hey, everyone, you're doing okay? My name's Jade. This is The Rant. We do this every Sunday if you're in the US and UK, and Monday if you're in Australia or anywhere like Eurasia or Australasia. There we go. Thank you to Justine Kasprick, who dumped everybody over here. I'm going to say some things that may upset you today. Majority of people won't get upset, but I'm just putting it out there. I may upset you today. And that's okay because, as they say, we should have differing opinions and talk about them. You know, what they say, before they ban us all. Ali, what's going on? Hello, Robbie Stingle, Thomas Christ, what's happening, mate? Sunshine Archer, E. Urban. Who else do I see? Sean Chandler. G'day, Sean. I hope you're going to do some music for the charity album this year, or for the second one. Hugh Caldwell. G'day. Thomas is slinging links like there's no tomorrow. Thank you, my friend Thomas. You fucking rock. Pookie Dookie. Hello to you. You're right. So we got a massive week of stuff here on the channel. And we're kicking off with this today. So you see the logo, we got a black mirror there. And what's in that black mirror? Well, of course, it's YouTube, because YouTube always under the microscope and never more than before for some of the actions that are taking place. So what we are talking about today, I don't want to be talking about. You know why? Because I've been here. This is fucking deja vu. I experienced this when I was a fucking teenager. We had the PMRC. And they were taking records off the shelf and putting fucking stickers on our album saying, this music's going to hurt you. Didn't hurt me much at all. Did it? But we've been here. We've been here so many fucking times, and these people have to do the same thing over and over again. They use the excuse, what about the kids? Yeah, what about the kids? I'm so fucking, I've lived on this rock almost 54 years, and I hear it so often. We all hear it. It's a meme at this point, a meme popularized by The Simpsons. What about the kids? If actually people really gave a shit about children, something would have been done, wouldn't it? But they don't, because you can't. Here's the thing. If you do something, right, if you actually do something proactive and thoughtful and find a way to sort this, I don't know, like getting the parents to be fucking responsible instead of government overreach, maybe, right? If you did that kind of stuff, we wouldn't be in this place. And I don't want to think about this shit. I want to release my music as it is. I want to say what I want. But here's the thing, right? At the moment, there's so much stuff going on. We are in a culture war. And I'm telling you, I'm not in it. I don't give a fuck. There's a whole bunch of people that are in a culture war with themselves. And that's fine, but just keep the fuck away from me. Unfortunately, these people are very loud, and they want to take empathy, right? They want to turn empathy into a bad thing. Let's be honest, they want to take all of the things that take up Christian values and turn it into a bad thing under the name woke. And that's what they want to do. And that's what they've done. They've created a culture war, whilst at the same time using this argument. And you know what? You can't have your cake and eat it. This is the way things go. You just can't do it. Either everyone's woke and you should have freedom of speech, or you're just going to ban everything. because it sends mixed messages. And I know you probably don't understand the term mixed messages because you were homeschooled, but we're in this very dangerous place again here. And the PMRC did this years ago, right? They came out and they said, we're going to ban books, we're going to ban movies, we're going to put stickers on albums, and we're going to try and stop people from listening to the things that they want to. And these are the same people who don't have a clear definition between, like, hey, go back and look at the paintings that were created during the Black Plague and compare them to death metal today. There's not much difference. One makes sound and one's like a picture of thousands of people dying in gruesome ways, right? So this censorship stuff it's fucking stupid and it doesn't fucking work. Again, what about the kids? Most of these people actually have kids. This is what astounds me, right? It astounds me to no end that these people actually have kids and they know. You just can't fucking ban shit. Because it fucking makes people go find other ways to do it. We've been dealing with a whole lot of stuff here in Australia with banning things. And unfortunately, I apologise. I don't know what's going on here. This country used to be amazing. It still is we're still a very lucky country. But for some reason at the moment here in Australia, we are pushing everything to be banned. Vapes, banned. Of course, cigarettes now here in Australia have been taxed so high. A packet of cigarettes is $50. $50 for a packet of cigarettes. Vapes, you have to go through a government website to get the juice and everything, and even a vape. You have to go through these bizarre methods to go and get this stuff. And at the same time, in the year that they've implemented these things, statistics are in. Smoking's gone up for kids. Vaping's gone up for kids. And this whole thing was for kids, to stop kids, and it's not fucking working. Because when you tell anybody not to do something, most of the time they're going to stick their hand in the flame. And kids more than adults because, well, they're kids, right? And here we are. These are the rules here. I had to go through the government website to go pick up a fucking mod and all my juice. And my juice comes with a label on it, with fucking all my address and shit. It's a prescription. This is where we are, and it's not working. This is where I know you're probably like, why are we talking about vapes? This is this whole idea of banning shit. It doesn't work. It's stupid, right? It just does. It never has worked. Yeah. Kid, you can't go out late at night. If you've got kids, you know, right? I know. You can't go out at night. You can't do that. Oh, wow, they snuck out the window. Time in memoriam, folks. Right? There's a reason why these things continue to happen, because that's just it. You tell somebody not to do something and you're basically putting a spotlight on it and you're getting more people to invest in it, and your whole idea about banning shit is now gone out the window. Listen, I think most sane people can see what's happening here, right? I think this what about the kids shit? It's a crux, and they use it all the time. They've been using it for ages when they've got nothing else. Oh, what about the kids? What about the kids? Listen, fuckers, you only care about the kids when they're in a fucking womb. And once they're out, you don't care. No more. Hey, I'll just leave them here with fucking Francis, the priest. He'll be all right with them. Not a problem. He's our priest. Why would he touch them? Oh, shit, he's touching them. When they're in the womb, fucking do everything for them. And then when they're out, it's all lip service, right? It's all lip service. They don't give a fuck. They honestly don't give a fuck. They just want to use it as a crux to restrict you. And that is it. And you can agree, disagree with me. But I've watched this shit. I've been on the end of it. I mean, I've been sitting through the last 7 months of what's going on in this world. And remember, before the election in the US, remember it was trans people who were the ones who were creating all the pedophiles. Remember? And if you take away all the trans people's rights, then there'll be no more pedophiles. Will there? Turns out everybody in control is a pedophile, aren't they? Funny that. Interesting. The people who cry the loudest, who sit there and yell the most about this shit, are most of the time the pedophiles. That's it. It's just what it is. And at this moment, this censorship is getting out of control. And it started here in Australia. And I'm absolutely disgusted to be Australian and talk about this to you all. So let's start. we have had in place for a while here in Australia the Online Safety Act of 2021. This thing's been around since 2021. It came in after COVID, and pretty much it was a thing. People complained about it because it was giving a lot of access to the government, to our browsing history and a whole lot of stuff. But again, like what's happening now all over the world is it was a thing, and then everybody just laid down and moved on to the next Donald Trump shiny thing. And it's like fucking, it's very frustrating to sit here and watch like so much stuff thrown at us, but the really important shit's just getting by really quickly, and the dumb shit is staying at the top of the pile. And it seems to be the case. I don't want to focus on dumb shit. I want to focus on the stuff that impacts me, impacts the kids, impacts people, impacts fucking the wallet, impacts living, impacts us being able to actually still live in not a third world. But here we are. Let's say hello to a few people that I've missed. And I'm on a fucking tear today. I'm pissed about this shit. Joe and Joe Glenn. Who else? Semtex Cow, hello to you. Urban. Justine, hello. It's all about the kids, remember? What about the kids? What about the kids? What about the fucking kids? I tell you what, if I ever see any of these people do anything that's positive for kids in my lifetime, I'll eat my own shit on cam. That's how confident I am that that's not going to happen. So anyway, we're back here to the Online Safety Act. And just recently, pretty much a few days ago, Australia implemented some new amendments to this wonderful piece of legislation here. And oh boy, is it good. And it's spreading like cancer. It's fucking not cool. Let me tell you what Australia has done here. I've got multiple sources here and everything, so I'm not flying blind, my friends in Australia. As of this, pretty much this month, they have come in here and put through these new laws, but they're not fully kicking in until December 10, 2025. And these laws are no one in Australia under 16 may create or hold accounts on major social network platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, X, and now YouTube. Platforms must make reasonable steps to block under 16s. No compliance could result in fines of up to $49.5 million. Fuck, man. I mean, priorities. I can't believe I'm actually sitting here having to point out that there are other priorities far more important than this dog shit. And fines of 50 million? What, for a fucking teenager named Chris who sneaks around and gets on the fucking internet and you're going to fine him $50 million? Retarded! Who is leading this fucking world at the moment? Clearly, it's got to be AI. We can't have got this stupid, can we? But clearly we have. Enforcement relies on digital age verification, including photo ID, AI facial age estimation. What the fuck is that? The fuck is that? Bank provided data for a 16-year-old? What money do they have? Adults don't even have enough money to pay their fucking rent and food at the moment. You know, for all users, not just, listen to this. This is what in the paper, what they say is, right? Including photo ID, facial age estimation, bank mobile provider data for all users, not just suspects. What? Suspects? What's the crime? Fuck this. It's just unbelievable. I fucking am so angry about this shit. Exemptions may apply to platforms focused on messaging, gaming, professional networking, or education, aka LinkedIn, WhatsApp, or YouTube Kids. What? Hang on. You're telling me there's a thing called YouTube Kids already? Well, that sounds fascinating. I wonder how that works. How does YouTube Kids work, Jade? Well, it's a special destination for kids only. So why do we need all these rules? all. You just want to do it because you can. Because, again, give an inch, they'll take a mile. That's the way we're going. Age checks. So that's Australia, right? That's coming in December. That's what we've got to look forward to. These are banned. Everything's banned. Next, what are they coming for next? Then the UK this week passes as well a fantastic piece of shit called, what is this called? It is look at the name of this. It's a wonderful thing. It's called the Online Safety Act. An explainer. Oh, here we go. We've got a little explainer here from the UK government, and it seems wonderful. It seems like a load of fucking hot dog shit to me. The act passed into law October 26, 2023. So this thing's been, this has been sitting around for a little while. It's been going on, but now it's getting heavy. And let's just talk about some of the places that are being affected by this one in particular in the UK. We'll get to the US because you guys are close, but you're not fully there yet where the UK and Australia are. And don't even think it's just these countries. The Philippines are just about to put through a law as well, which is going even crazier. Under 18, no social media. That is the Philippines, man. Whew. Anyway, here in the UK, with this wonderful piece of shit bill that they are pushing, well, they've pushed it out, it's going. The knock-on for this is quite fucked up, okay? Now, the idea behind, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of shit on the internet I would never want my child to see. And thankfully, I know this is going to be very new to a lot of people hearing this, and Pookie's already beaten me to it. And I'm just going to throw it out there, just a crazy. Let's go for it. Just see if it sticks on the wall. How about parents step up? If you can't fucking look after a kid, don't fucking have them. Please, we don't need any more, honestly. I know there's a group of people out there. I'm going to call that group of people from now on for the rest of this show, them and they, because they don't deserve pronouns. They just deserve to be that, right? So, but you'll know who I'm talking about. But these people, they want everyone else to be under the microscope and like how you're looking after your kids. But you turn around and say anything about how they bring up their kids, the whole homeschooling and licking windows and shit, they will lose their ever-loving minds because these people work under the premise of spite. Right? As soon as you're able to come to the conclusion that these people operate under spite, and I'll explain that for you. Spite, right? I believe that, and I'm speaking as them, okay? I believe in something, and you don't believe in it, and I can't deal with it. So I'm going to do everything I can to undermine everything else around you, to take away everything from you until you submit. And that is the way. And it's spite. Whereas me, right, real me, I don't give a fuck what you believe in. Fucking believe, man. If it keeps you fucking fed and hungry and a good person, believe. Believe in whatever you want. Do whatever you fucking want. Just don't be a cunt. Right? There's two types of people. We've complicated things so much on this planet. There's two types of people. You either choose to be an asshole or you don't, right? That's your choice. And at the moment, these people haven't got their way and nobody's believing the things that they say. Why? Because they invested in lies. A liar. Anyway, I'm getting off the topic. So let's talk about this Safety Act. What does it offer for people? Let's tell you the things that it does for those in the UK. And this includes, as of July 25th, 2025, the Online Safety Act of 2023 in the UK is fully in force. UK regulators led by Ofcom. Ofcom? Who the fuck are Ofcom? Can we look into Ofcom? Who are these people? Ofcom. Sounds like, it's a British government agency. Very interested to see this. Ofcom. Here we go. Ofcom, the Office of Communications, is the government-approved regulatory and competition authority for broadcasting. Okay, cool. We know who they are. So they're in part of this. With the Conservative government, Ofcom, as we know, will cease to exist. Oh, so the Conservatives were trying to get rid of these people. I wonder why. I wonder why you would try. I wonder who else is doing anything like that. taking away organizations that kind of, are like a watchdog just to make sure, people aren't like shitting in the food that you eat. It's served. Anyway, Ofcom sounds great. Let's go. Let's keep moving forward. Ofcom. And require social media services to implement strong age assurance systems and algorithm safeguards protecting under 18s. Ofcom's children's code mandate over 40 compliance measures, filtering self-harm, porn. Now, remember, this is where this started. All this nonsense recently started around porn, right? Because we know who's behind them. It's them, right? The consumers of the most fucked up porn out there, right? If you look at, you can find these stats. They're out there. If you can go and look at like OnlyFans and all this stuff and see where the viewers are coming from, guess where they're coming from? Can you guess? I wonder. Put it this way. They're the people who say, I don't like that. It's evil and it should be hurt. Anyway, once I get home, I'll be watching that and masturbating. Okay, good stuff. So we've confirmed that. So the children's code mandate over 40 compliance messages. So self-harm. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's do that kind of stuff. Porn. Violent content, easy to understand terms for children's safety lead. Platforms now face up to 10% of global turnover or $18 million in fines. 10% of global turnover. That's in there. How does that even fucking work? The fine is 10% of global turnover. All right, okay, I'm there. Age checks may include, this is in the UK, digital ID wallets, bank mobile provider verification, photo ID selfies, facial age estimation. Again, here's this AI facial age estimation shit. Credit card checks. However, users balk at privacy trade-offs and some teens use VPNs. Well, VPNs is a whole nother new fucking thing because there's already talk in the UK that they're going to come after VPNs and they're going to take VPNs out. Pete Johns, what's going on? Leela, welcome home. Treat Shift Skin, hello. I've missed any of you here. So it just gets juicier and juicier. So VPNs, they've already said they're going to look at VPNs because like the VPN market is going crazy at the moment, obviously so, because, people want to do the things that they want to go and do. People want to watch the things that they want to go and watch as well too. But they can't in a lot of places because... Trevor Bear, hello. So this is the UK. And I just want to talk about a few other things that most people wouldn't think about. This is already having an effect. And it's having an effect on Discord. It's having an effect... And this one is just wild. Spotify. People have been getting logged out in the UK in the last couple of days of Spotify, telling them to re-log in and prove who they are, prove their age on Spotify. Right. Because AI is, the way they're monitoring this is using the algorithm to go through and look at your history, look at what you're listening to, look at the things that you... like, and they somehow are determining if you like Ariana Grande, then you're a child, I guess. Is that how it works? Do you have to be listening to the Wiggles? I got Wiggles albums on my fucking Apple Music. Are they going to come for me? Am I a child? So, Spotify, Reddit has introduced this as well too. Twitter has introduced this too. But here's the minefield. Here's the danger. Here's the fucking Black Mirror shit that's going on. You want to get to this? All of these companies use their own authentication services. So digital facial recognition, all this stuff. And all these places store your data. And all these places you don't have an agreement with. Through signing up to Discord, you now have an agreement with this company that is collecting your information. For Discord, it's a company called KID. Gotta love the irony. What about the kids? Spotify, it's a company called Yoti. Who the fuck are they, you ask? Who knows? Reddit. Who's doing Reddit? That's a company called Persona. Persona. That doesn't sound creepy, does it? Twitter, they have a company, I love this one, Authentics. Authentics, is that what they call it? Authentics. And guess what? They have suffered major data breaches that have not been resolved. Not being resolved. One of their data breaches that Authentics had went on for a year. A whole year of them finding a way to stop it and then them getting back in. Finding a way to stop it, getting back in. Who are these companies? These, as it sounds a lot like Paladin, doesn't it? Who are they? Who are these people? Where's the data going? Do we care anymore? To us, it's as I said in the beginning, our data is like, oh yeah, cool. That's our information. That's what we look at as like, that's what identifies me. But to these people now, this is at the point, this is money. This is cash. This is how they barter with our information. And these companies who we have nothing to do with, it's like that whole argument of, I have a friend who got had an outstanding fine. And anyway, they handed the outstanding fine to one of those collection companies. And the collection company rang him one day and I was with him and he picked up the phone. He was like, hello, who are you? And they're like, oh, we're from this collection company. You owe your $400 on your old phone bill. And he was like, that's nice. Who the fuck are you again? And they're like, oh, we're collecting the money. He goes, I don't think I've ever signed a contract with any of you. I don't even know who you are. I've had no dealings with you in my life and don't plan to. So go fuck yourself. I mean, this is the thing. Who the fuck are Authentics, Persona, Yoti, Kid? What are they doing with the stuff? Do I have to do all the homework? Of course you have to. That's the whole deal. That's why they make it so hard. They want you to go and read through all this shit. Let's have a look at one of the websites. Can we have a look at it? Persona. Who's Persona? Persona. Oh, wow. Look at the fucking icon. It looks evil. Good God. I'm sorry, but when I see the first thing on a website, we're here to help. It just reminds me of walking around Thailand, you know, and if you've ever been to Southeast Asia and Thailand, or especially Thailand or Indonesia, people are fairly to themselves. They just get on with their lives. So when somebody comes up to you in Thailand or Indonesia and is like, hello there, would you like to go and do something? You should be alarmed, right? Because when somebody's going out of their way off the street to come and go, hey, I can show you a fucking temple. Would you like to go? That's your cue to walk the other way, right? Because Thai people just don't act like that. That's a scam. And when these people are telling you, hi, we're here to help. With what? What? How come you're not telling me anything about what you're helping me with? There's nothing here. Is this the front page? This is the front page, right? Turning signals into strategy. How to use data to combat Gen AI-powered fraud. Because these people look real. You reckon they're AI generated? Look at this. I can't tell anymore. I'm so paranoid. Is this what they're doing? Like, these people aren't real. What are their products? Oh, wow, they offer dynamic flow. Oh, and passive signals. Oh, man. And flow editors. Awesome. I've got to get some dynamic flow in my life. This looks, to me, I would see this site for anything. If this was a music site, yeah, and they were offering like, record labels and stuff, just the look of this website looks dodgy. You know, you can see them. You can just see these websites. Anyway, let's get back over here. So these are the companies that are collecting the data. And are you okay with that? It just feels, the whole thing feels shady. So VPNs, the UK government are talking about this. They're talking about, hey, if everybody moves to VPNs, then we're going to have to take a look at VPNs. They said it out loud, and they're saying it out loud all the time now. They just don't care, right? You know, just think about it. This is the time we're in. Donald Trump the other day said he wasn't privileged enough to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island. And no, and nothing happened. Everyone just went, okay. Fuck me. Because the next thing is, and there's already been stuff like this here in Australia, then it's going to be, we can't get the data because there's VPNs being used. I can't believe it. I'm still laughing. It's just ridiculous, man. Could you imagine anyone else? Could you imagine me saying that, right? Could you imagine me going out? There's a there's a bunch of pedophiles sitting over in this corner, and some of them go, hey, come over here and hang out with us. And I go, nah, I'm good. And then I went home and told all my friends I wasn't privileged enough to go and hang out with 8 pedophiles. Do you reckon my friends would go, I reckon they would. Thanks, Mr. Smith. I'm on a fucking tear today. Hey, we still got 30 minutes. So, VPNs. They want to block VPNs. If they block VPNs, they'll start doing what they did here in Australia. Having the ability to draw information from your ISPs. Now, if you don't think that's a thing that could happen, all you need to do is watch what's going on over on Steam. And if you've been following what's happening on Steam as well, I know it's really hard to keep up with everything because they just keep throwing more balls at you. Rhett? Where's Rhett? If you use Apple Gear, turn off app tracking for everything. These companies rely on you leaving it. Well, that's true, but I mean, this is so much deeper. So here in Australia, they can reach out to ISPs and say, we want the records of this owner. They can do this shit, right? They can get around, they can get the stuff. They've been doing this for ages. In the US, if you think like if anybody's under the illusion that we are free at this time, then grab onto your fucking witch's hat, because shit is going to get crazier and crazier as we go on. What was I saying? Over at Steam. So if you don't know what's happening over at Steam, and this is the way they operate, and they always have, okay? So if you think this is something new from these people, go back to the PMRC and look at what happened then. The difference with the PMRC was we actually had musicians who gave a fuck, who had a personality, talent, and actually had a voice to go in and fight the PMRC and go into court. Fucking twisted sister, man. Dee Snider turned out to be an absolute savior for the fucking music industry, sitting there in court taking these people on. Frank Zappa, all these people, right? We don't have them anymore. You think Taylor Swift is going to fucking go in to a hearing and stand up for fucking censorship? It's not going to fucking happen. So, and the way they've done this for so long, right, when they can't get their way, when they try and fucking manipulate you and take your rights away and make you feel shit about who you are, try and demonize you for who you are just because you don't believe in their one little thing that's in their head, right? What happens? What happens after that? I'll tell you what happens. They go after the businesses that you're around, the things that you use to fucking survive. And they're doing it again. They're doing it again at Steam. So basically, they have attacked. There's a group, and I can't think of the fucking name of them. It was in my head earlier. It's a real horrible name. But this group of people, again, run by right-wing religious people. Fuck me. Why is it always them? Can't they go out and fuck more and have more fucking kids? I mean, they love them so much. Can't they just fuck off, leave us alone, go have kids? Collective shout. Thank you. That is them. These people here, instead of like going full on and going at the game companies or going the way they used to go to try and get warning labels put on games and get ratings put on games, not this time. They're doing what they've done with other people they've tried to silence, other people who dissent. They're going after the credit card companies who make the payments. Visa, MasterCard, all these companies who make payments on Steam. So they've hit them up and said, if you don't do this and remove these games from Steam, then we're going to fuck you. And, of course, the credit card companies are bowing down, and Steam has had... Now, don't take this the wrong way and go and look this up and then say Jade's all for like games that promote incest. There are some games on Steam that are questionable. And yes, let's get rid of the, I don't know, the incest simulator. Seems a little weird. I think I'm down with the incest simulator being removed. But there's a whole lot of stuff. Where's the slippery slope? And this is the thing, right? And we've seen very quickly in only 7 months, this is probably the slipperiest the slope has been. Say that fast 3 times. Because then it's Grand Theft Auto. We've been here before. Grand Theft Auto. It's Manhunt. It's all these games. Anything that is taken. Again, these people can't decipher the difference between fucking a horror film, a video game, a painting, and fucking real life. They just can't. But it's little wonder. They believe. Talk to themselves in their fucking head. But everyone else is mentally ill. Whatever. That's cool. So they're going after this, and games are being removed, and people are pissed off because we are back here. And it's just unbelievable. Like, and again, it shouldn't be surprising because the policies that have been run on by this current American shit show that's happening are like, let's go back in time 50 years. In fact, when we get there, let's make fire with stones. And let's pardon P. Diddy. Is it? I can't eat. Is anyone else at this point where you just go, I don't, am I laughing or crying? I don't even know anymore. It's so, what? Anyway, I suppose we're all soon just going to have to step into line, aren't we? We're all just going to have to calm down and stop getting upset about this and just admit that pedophiles are awesome. I think that's what they think. Anyway, I don't know. So they're attacking the games. Music's on the cards, my friends. If you don't think music's... Look, it's going to be a lot harder for music because music has become very super sanitized. You know, they can't... Death metal is not what it was back when the PMRC were out and removing... When the PMRC were at their wildest here in Australia, I watched it happen. I used to hang out at this metal shop called Metal for Melbourne. It was the only place you could import metal records back when I was a kid. And while I was in there, we just used to hang out in there and just look at records. There was a pool table there and you hang out with your mates and listen to metal and talk. And they let us drink on Friday nights, booze. So it was a cool place to go. And then one afternoon, a group of us were in there just hanging out, looking at new records, talking. And federal police came into the shop, 4 federal police, and removed albums from the shelves. Pungent Stench, Bean Court Buttering, Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Alive, the one with the woman's corpse with her vagina being eaten. That one. But they removed like all these albums, just took them, left, goodbye, they're off the shelves. This was a real thing that went on. And if you don't think that's where we're going, I don't know what to tell you. So we got to move on because I'm trying to cover so much today. Let's talk about YouTube in this role because YouTube's... In fact, before I do this, I just want to show you this graph here, this table. So these are the current laws. So this is the summary table. So Australia, 16 and under worldwide, mandatory digital ID AI bank checks, fines of up to 50 grand. Hey, Mix Club, I just called your name and you appeared before. How is that? So weird. United Kingdom, platforms regulated for under 18s, not outright ban. Regulated. Strong age assurance ID provider AI. Fines of up to 10% of global turnover. $18 million. That one's great. The US. We're at the US now. Varies state by state. Here's the thing. This is all moved state by state. So you're going to get different things. Obviously, Florida is going to be the worst because they're demented there. The heat has just rotted their brain so far. Just ask Florida man. He's always busy. parental consent and reasonable verification in some states. United States state-specific enforcement fines small but scaling. You hear that? They're increasing them. Obviously, they're increasing them as they make them harder to get around. Because you got to raise revenue somehow, don't you? Right? YouTube. So, yeah, the US is rolling these things out. Now, it's not, the US doesn't really have overall a full plan. But there's, and even in some of these bills, they're not fully just banning kids straight up. But what they are doing is opening the door for language to be added. Trust me on that. So YouTube decided to announce at the beginning of, this month, that they're rolling out AI-based age estimation tools. Wow, that sounds great, doesn't it? Age estimation tools, especially in the US. So US is getting it first. Of course it is, because, this is where all this nonsense is coming from. Mostly, apart from Australia, because we're pretty bad with it. And it analyzes viewing habits, activity, account creation dates, and other cues to infer whether the user is 18. Now, did they need to do this? This is the thing. So, did they need to go in and add this? Because there's already a kids app, which is fascinating. So what happens with the kids app? It's confusing, because I just set all my videos to not made for kids, right? I just tick the box and it's not made for kids. And that's cool, because if you make stuff for kids, if you leave it, you'll have no comments, right? And I don't particularly think kids would like my shit anyway. Plus, YouTube's AI will flag a user under 18, or if it gets it wrong, and may get it wrong, users may be required to, so if they fuck it up, and for example, just say you're a faceless YouTube channel, yeah, and your whole content is, and you're in your 30s, and your whole content is Pokemon video games and cards and Pokemon toys. Are you a kid? I don't know. Are you? Is this what's going to happen? So they're going to flag people using AI, and then if they get it wrong, then it's up to you to upload your government ID or take a selfie. Now, at least there's the chance to take a selfie. Now, the thing is with YouTube, a little bit different, because, most people, when they get to monetization, you have to do this anyway. Yeah, you have to give them your ID, because that's it. For some of the things, the features that you unlock, you kind of have to give them your number for one of them, and the other one is exactly this: upload a government ID or take a selfie. So this thing's not new. It's been there for a while. What is concerning is this AI fucking determining shit, because we all know AI is not very smart. It's good at certain tasks, but it's not a thinking thing. It's not smart. It's stupid. It's just a collection of words that it puts together and tries to imitate us and has no feeling. They can also be shifted into a teen tier account without content and ad limits. So they can do this. Mistakes can block users and from content, and they're not going on the content that you're putting out. They're going on what you're watching. They're all this kind of stuff. Let me just get my ass over here. That sounded weird. Where are we? So the Guardian's covering this as well. Announced on Tuesday that begin the artificial intelligence to estimate the ages of users in the US in order to show them age-appropriate content. Now, the changes to the actual terms in the terms of service aren't very different. This stuff has already kind of been there, right? It's just that they're in. If you think that this is just happening now, like this, the AI has been running and doing its thing for a while. Yeah, it's happening already. They've got to put it out in the wild and run it for a while and test it. Like here at the moment in Melbourne, we got a new train system that's about to open. That's been like in the making for 5 years, underground tunnel, and they've been running trains through it for the last 6 months. Why? Because you got to test it before you put it out there. So if you think Google's not been doing this already, then you're completely wrong. But it has been rolled out now, and it's going to upset a lot of people. And it's upset me, obviously, right? I'm not scared from my own content or it happening to me. And at the end of the day, they already have my details. Here's the thing too, is this, if this happens, I know Pole Vault has had issues with this, with the repeating content. That's what they call this, yeah? So they're looking for repetitive content. They do this all the time. But say if they came across my thing and went, all right, repetitive content, we're going to do this, and they did it to me, that wouldn't make sense because they already have my ID. They already have my bank details because that's how I get fucking paid. So if they do that and overlook that stuff, that's going to be really fucking frustrating. Anyway, I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the chat and the comments below and what you think of all this stuff. Do you think it's overreach? Do you think it's ridiculous? Yeah, look, it's just true. Hi, Riverbend Sim. At least we're not deporting people over tattoos yet. I mean, it's... I don't want to be talking about this shit. This is the thing. But it's affecting people already. It's affecting my friend Pole Vault, who I see all the time struggling with fucking YouTube, who just can't give him a fucking real reason on why they're fucking with his channel on this repetitive content. It's so fucking stupid. And then you see stuff like this, and it's all under this. What about the kids? What about the fucking kids? What about the parents? Can we popularize that comment? What about the parents? I know heaps of parents, yeah, who do a really good job. There's one of them right here. This guy, I've met this guy. I've met his family. This dude, it doesn't take much to be a fucking parent that is responsible. And, because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. You fucked. They came out of your fucking pussy, and you got to deal with it. It's not up to the fucking government. But this is where the contradiction just is so irritating. The very same people who are trying to stop this, right? We got to stop this, are the very same people who are going, no, we can't have censorship. What is it? I know you're fucking confused and you're brain dead fucking idiots. Not you guys. The people who are fucking rah-rahing this along. Because ultimately, like when all the shit hits the fan and all your rights are gone and nobody can afford to eat or anything like that, are they going to be the ones going, sorry, it was my fault. I got sucked in. I really thought he was a good guy. My good guy was off. All right, I want to talk about one other thing because this is very infuriating. This is so Black Mirror, I can't get my fucking head around it, and it's to do with YouTube again. YouTube, what the fuck are you thinking? Again, there's so much of this. There's so much talking out of one side of the mouth and the other side of the mouth talking the opposite. And it's just happening right in front of people so often. And Google, just one more thing on this Australian ban. Google are actually in a lawsuit against the Australian government at the moment, suing them. Because the Australian government promised them that they would let YouTube through the loop of this social media ban if they did something. And anyway, Google's now suing the Australian government. I hope Google wins, actually. But this is so fucking strange. So 2 weeks ago, Google made changes to the terms of service relating to AI slop. And they didn't specify AI slop, but the idea was that they want to remove content people are putting up on YouTube that is clearly not human generated. And I'm not just talking like a simple picture of something that's AI generated. I'm talking about these slop channels that the whole video is made by AI. So it's a whole bunch of stock footage. It's all put together. The AI voice. It's rubbish, and they just pump them out. And you can find so many videos on YouTube and TikTok and stuff of people going, how to make a channel, and you don't fucking do anything, have no input whatsoever. You just do the thing and it puts this shit out and it's just slop. And so they made some changes and everybody lost their fucking ever-loving minds, especially content creators who don't get on camera. But they're real people and they are really making the videos. Because how are YouTube going to work out that this is... Because it's getting harder to work out. But thankfully, it was only a change to like a couple of 3 words, I think, in this thing. Where is it here? I do have it. Extending. Here we go. Extending our built-in protections to more teens. No, that's the wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong place. Here we go. YouTube set to crack down on AI slot with monetization policy. So what the idea was that they were going to demonetize these channels. But again, it falls under this repetitive content thing that they're talking about here. Repetitive content and AI. So here's the weird thing. We all know Google is investing in AI. If you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you. You probably fucking drinking chlorine. I don't know. But with this trying to demonetize people for using AI for their slop, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, if it's done right. But the problem is they're using AI to sort it out. Again, it's AI that's got to fix the AI problem. Yeah. Thankfully, we have people out there who clarified this, just so you know. Renee Ritchie, who I like a lot. Oh, man, really? You're not going to load for me? That's really good, YouTube. No, not going to load at all? Let's open it here.
If you're seeing posts about a July 2025 update to the YouTube Partner Program monetization policies, and you're concerned it'll affect your reaction or clips or other type of channel, well, I'm Renee Ritchie. I'm a creator who works inside YouTube, and here's the deal. This is a minor update to YouTube's long-standing YPP policies to help better identify when content is mass-produced or repetitive. This type of content has already been ineligible for monetization for years, and is content viewers often consider spam. That's it. That's all.
And that's it. That's it, apparently. That's it. So there, problem solved. There's nothing to see anymore. Everything's solved. But you know what? There is a problem. I've got a problem. Let me show you my little problem here. So I went to do a short the other day. And let me show you what happened. Let me just bring this up here. Oh, shit. Really? Come on, Mac. Had you primed all day. Okay, let's bring this up. We'll go over here. And we should be good. All right, let's bring over. So this is my Mac over here. And I have my iPhone connected. It's one of the really cool things you can do on a Mac. You can mirror your iPhone. So I went to do a short the other day and clicked on YouTube like you do. And I was like, all right. Oh, man, really? How do I get out of this? Oh, there we go. All right, so you see the plus button down the bottom. This is where you add a short. So I'm going to click on this and do a short. There we go. Okay, my camera's not working because it's connected to this. That's cool. I don't need it. What's this little button up here I can press? I've not seen this button before. Oh, yay. Oh. Right, so here's the deal. So repetitive AI-driven slop is out. But here in the YouTube, you've given me 3 new options to just generate an image without actually uploading anything. Oh, and I can generate movies by snapping a photo and then it comes to life. Oh, and you can... The fuck? The fuck is wrong with you guys? I know you want to stick AI in everything. How about this? How about you take AI, really, take AI, turn it sideways and stick it up your candy ass. Why don't you fuck off? We're sick of it. It's boring. It's fucking stupid. The whole lot of it. Fucking life was so much easier without AI. I'm telling you, it's every day. Every day it's fucking AI, this AI, that AI, fucking everything. And nothing's getting better. Everything's getting worse. My YouTube feed is full of disaster videos and how AI is going to kill us and all this fucking shit. And, you know, I didn't go to Epstein's Island because I wasn't privileged enough. What about the kids? I'll tell you what about the kids, folks. The kids are running the world. The fucking angry, bitter, fucked up, mentally fucking deranged kids are running the world. And you know what their addiction is? It's suffering and it's money. Money and suffering. And because you know what? Suffering, who gives a fuck? It's not near me. people in pain? Are people confused? Are people like experiencing more mental health issues than ever before? It's probably the vaccines. Couldn't be anything else. Why aren't... I'm going to end on this today, just the way I started. What about the kids? What about the kids? What about the fucking kids? I'm so sick to death of you fucking assholes protecting pedophiles while at the same time banging on like you're some kind of arbiters of kids and you're here to protect us all from the fucking that you put in power and you support. What about the kids? They don't care about the kids. This is not for kids. This is all about control. Absolute, total control. And to keep people stressed, fucking confused and depressed, and sad and struggling. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to each of these people who continue to support this nonsense and go, yeah, censor anyone who doesn't believe what I believe in. Listen, if there's ever a day when I come to you and tell you that you should be trans, well, it's not going to happen because nobody should be anything that I think they should be. You should be who you are. And these people are trying to control people and tell you who they think you should be and what you fucking should do. And you know what? When I see people like this en masse, these are the people that are hiding the bad shit, that do the bad shit. These are the fucking people we need to worry about. They are the problems on this planet. They want to fucking do this shit. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. At the same time, don't make AI content, but please only make it if you're using shorts. I guess, is that the thing? What else is there? I don't know what to say. This stuff is shit. And I hope we can get through it. I hope we can get out the other side. And I think we just should really pay attention to the people we have around us. We have such a great community here across so many different places. Do we all get along? Do we all like everything that each of us put out? Don't. I'll tell you what we do have. Fucking decency, man. It's very rare that you turn around and say to somebody's fucking face, I fucking don't, you know. We fucking try and tolerate people and be kind and support people and build people up. We got the template, man. It's happening here. We got it. And as long as this place survives, this little area of the pocket of the internet, I'm okay. I'm safe here. I feel good. I feel like there's people around. There's people who make music and good stuff and people who are aware of this, and we don't really talk about it. I feel bad even talking about this on the rant. I don't want to bring people down, but it's out there and it's fucking shit. It's not good enough. That's what it is. It's not good enough. The kids deserve a lot more. So parents, get your shit together. Right. I think that's my rant done. We'll try and do something a bit more positive next week, yeah? How about that? I think we'll talk about songwriting next week. Let's talk about, is it possible to create the ultimate song? What do you think? Let's do that. Lots of great stuff coming up here on the channel. We've got Pete Johns coming up next. Yeah, he's playing Your Music Live. Let me just hit you up and tell you this. We got an amazing artist coming on the show this week, Capsalam. She's been on before, but boy, is her new stuff fantastic. We got some really cool apps to look at. I think tomorrow we're doing, I'll try and do this as quickly as possible. We're doing this tomorrow. We got this Lyrian Soundscapes by Cinematic Alpha. Then we're taking a look at Nembrini's Orange 120 amplifier this week. Then we've also got Camo Studio. You're not going to want to miss this. You can live stream from your iPad now with relative ease. It's really cool. Yeah, I'll see you over at Pete's. Thanks, folks, for hanging out. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake. And I really wish I could go to Jeff Epstein's. I just wasn't privileged enough. That's so much.